You're doing a great job so far. Let's keep going and finish up this lesson by looking at our parts of music. Now, we already know that we have the parts of music in a regular staff with a treble clef. But let's see what those parts of music look like when we're looking at our grand staff. When we go to read our music for King of the Castle, we already know that with a treble clef, we read our music from left to right. Now, when we have a grand staff, we do the same thing. We still read our music from left to right. When we go to read, you are now going to be reading two things at once, okay? As hard as that might sound or as difficult that may be, you'll get used to seeing this type of pattern in music when you go to play. So we're going to practice how to read these at the same time, okay? But you still read your music from left to right. Let's look at what that looks like again. You're still reading your music from left to right. Good job. So the next thing that we're going to look at is our title and staff. Our title and staff is still in the same place. Our title is still, I am King of the Castle. And our staff, even though it's doubled, we now still have 5 lines and 4 spaces. The plural of the word staff, meaning that there's more than one, is staves. That is how we say that we have more than one staff. Staves. So we now have 2 staves. Okay, so if I say 2 staves, we are going to be looking at both the treble clef on the staff and the bass clef on the staff. Good job so far. We also still have our music notes and our measure. Our music notes are notes like our eighth notes, our quarter notes. Now we're adding in our half and our whole notes. So we have a couple of other things to look for in terms of our music notes, okay? And our measure still has the amount of beats that are in the time signature. So for example, this is 4/4. So in each measure, you are going to see 4 heartbeats worth of music. And last but not least, we do have our time signature. And the time signature is not just in the treble clef, but it is also in the bass clef. Please make sure you look at this and make sure that you know that your time signature in both hands will be there on the grand staff. We also have our bar line, and instead of stopping at the bottom of the treble clef on that staff, it is going to extend all the way down to the bass clef, to the bottom of that staff where the bass clef is. Alright, so we do still have our bar line. And after that, we still have our regular parts of music. We still have to read our music from left to right. We still have our title, our time signature, our treble and bass clef, our music notes, our bar lines, our measures. Make sure that if you have any questions about where these are, that you ask. You did a wonderful job today. Keep going.